Episode 45 of Multiplaying is brought to you by Dabney Coleman's Mustache Wax. When you're working 9 to 5, keep your mustache at 10 and 2 with Dabney Coleman's Mustache Wax.
Everybody online, looking good.
A companion podcast to the collaborative blog and gaming community that's playing as life allows. This is Multiplaying.
Well, let's start the insanity.
We have clearance, Clarence. Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Hello?
Great heavens! What kind of radio show is this?
Hey everybody, how's it going today?
Yo.
Tonight,
Hey.
whenever you're listening to this, you're listening to Multiplaying. Tonight on the show we have John.
Hey.
We have Jason.
Hello.
Brian.
Hello.
Heather.
Hello.
And myself, Steve. I got a big show because it's been a couple weeks. Apologies for the delay in the show, but we're back to it. Let's go through what everybody's drinking tonight. What you drinking, John?
I am drinking a Walla Walla Spring Valley Vineyard red wine.
No shit, why'd you buy that?
The Araya version.
Oh man, why did you buy that?
Just because there's a guy on the front that looks like he's from the 20s that has like a big old pocket watch and the handlebar mustache.
I don't fuck with pocket watches, man.
I'm just saying. I saw it like, I'm in like the wine store or whatever. I'm in the vineyard and I'm just like checking stuff out and I'm like, dang, that picture's
You're
awesome.
in the vineyard. You're walking around the grapes.
And there's some guy with a pocket watch that's squeezing.
Yeah, I was like, hey, what wine do you have? And then, I bought his wine.
Did he have a monocle?
He did.
Then
He
he
had to
goes-
take it off for the picture because of the flash,
Then he said, take this wine, I gotta go catch a steamboat. Alright, what you drinking, Jason?
I'm drinking Game Day.
Ah! You're drinking game day.
I like how he says it all dejected and like...
Yeah, I am. I'm
Like
I'm
ice.
I'm ashamed of myself.
Why don't you just break the cycle, man?
I don't know. I did the walk of shame. I even parked in the parking lot next to 7-Eleven. And I kind of waited until no one was in the parking lot. I ran in there to get it. Because I don't know why, but I'm really ashamed when I walk in and grab it and there's like 9 people in line. I gotta go stand it. I try to hide it if there's people in line. I don't want them to see what I'm getting.
I'm just buying a Snickers.
I show them the Snickers, but I kind of put the Game Day like in the other hand down below the counter.
Do they like, did they see what you're buying and like offer to buy you something nicer?
They look at me kind of, yeah,
You
like,
want some Natty Light?
where's my donation cup?
You got a hat, like an overturned hat that I can put this
I'm
in?
in the 7-Eleven giving away toothpick American flags.
Oh,
I think it's
man.
time for an intervention.
Yeah, it's my life.
Yeah, you need to upgrade to natural ice.
Hey, I'm not made of money.
Brian, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking tequila mixed to some juice I found in the fridge.
Hey, are you sure it's
Hey, I feel a lot better about myself now.
Oh,
It was all I had.
you don't know,
You don't
no
know what
description
juice it
of what juice it is?
It's purple.
It's sugar.
It's fucking Kool-Aid.
Purple juice.
Purple juice, exactly.
Purple.
The ingredients are water, sugar,
Purple.
Water, sugar.
Well, here's the carton. Let me see. It's it's Antioxia, no sugar added. I might add.
Oh.
Berry and pomegranate.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So that's not so bad.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting my vitamin C here.
it's milk. Heather, what are you drinking?
I decided to be different, and I'm drinking a Bloody Mary this evening.
Ooh, Bloody
Nice.
Fancy.
Yeah, fancy.
I'm gonna switch to a hot toddy.
Mary. All right.
Steve,
What?
are you
Well,
drinking?
Steve, yeah, what are you drinking?
Oh shit! Nothing important. It's just an energy drink. So it's. Psh. I have to drive the boat here, man. Or
Nah.
whatever.
If the boat's going down, it's not really going... You don't have to
need
be behind the wheel. Just saying.
There's no point in being a skipper when you got 4 Gilligans on board.
Nah.
True.
Before I get to hit you with my hat. John, what
Yes.
have you been playing this week, past week, 2 weeks, whatever?
Well, ever since your article on Minecraft, I've been spending an insane amount of time in that game.
Ha!
And, originally I got on during that, like, accidentally free week or whatever happened with their servers.
Mm-hmm.
and I was playing for free for a good, 5-6 days. And by the end of that week, I was like, you know what? I really like this game. So I went ahead and burned the $13 to go ahead and buy it. And
It is amazing.
it is really cool, and I've already done a couple of online sessions with some friends that I've convinced to buy as well. And it's pretty awesome. By the way, when you're digging like a mine shaft or an underground base, it goes way faster with more than just yourself.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Well, okay, I think everybody in here, apart from Brian, has been playing Minecraft. Am I right?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. I know Heather, I just saw pop on last night playing Minecraft, even though I think
And
she wasn't.
every other day before that.
Nuh-uh, I just bought it yesterday, so
Yeah.
Oh.
take
But
that.
you did have the best tweet about the game ever. I was laughing
Sadly true.
that what was it that you it's pretty sad when you've played Minecraft enough that when you get in your car you still have tunnel vision and you see the white cross in the middle
I
of
wanted
your
to run into things for resources. Ooh, tree.
That's pretty awesome.
It's kind of scary, actually.
But I gotta know, like, so far, like, there's a lot of videos that are out there of just, like, showing the crazy shit that you can make with the game. Like, there's people out there building, like, an actual-sized enterprise. There's
Yeah.
pe-
Crazy.
One-to-one
That's-
scale enterprise.
yeah,
no
the
doubt.
guy that built the 16-bit computer within Minecraft. Crazy shit. But from our meager minds in this group, what's, like, the most impressive stuff that you have built? I'll start with John, since it's his week, or since it's his turn.
I mean, nothing like too crazy. Just did like some underground fortresses and, like kind of like the underground complex where I was digging downwards to find diamonds and stuff. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Nothing too creative. Just kind of like an
like then
underground.
what's like if you haven't built anything extravagant, what's like the most what moment like has there been any like one moment of the game that's really defining it for you?
Yeah.
You've been like,
Every
oh my
time
god,
I
this
find
is...
a cavern and get carried away down the river and die by skeletons.
Yeah, that happened.
Because I mean, like, okay, there was one time. This is the part that like. I was digging down, and I had my system where I was going down, alternating the square so I don't fall into a cavern. Well, I accidentally aimed on the wrong square, which was, it was like supposed to be on the next one, but I was off by a pixel or whatever. So I hit my own square that was underneath my feet, and I fell down a cavern, of course. And I fell into an underground river, which just so happened to be in a huge cavern that goes to a monster spawner. So here I am with no gear yet, not even iron gear because I haven't like smelted it yet or anything. I was just digging. And I get down to the monster spawner. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. And before I know it, just had like 50 arrows in me and I was dead. And I was just
Damn.
like, wow.
All right, like Jason, okay, is there anything that you've built or seen in the game that's been just amazing?
The big part of me when I did my first cave and kind of built out towards it, and I kept getting spiders jumping down from me
Oh, I hate
from the
that.
mountain.
Yeah.
And the part that really defined the awesomeness of the game to me was when I finally realized, like, building up, I had this big courtyard out front, and when I finally realized how to place a ceiling above it, and I remember running out in the daytime, like, bitches, like, putting it up on there, looking up the mountain, like, like, I had this huge courtyard where I fenced in some animals and stuff, and that was the part where I kind of realized, like, this game is just badass. I remember hiding out at night in my little cave looking out. Just the spiders were the bane of my existence. And once I finally kind of realized I had that ability to do that, which was awesome.
Cool. Heather, I know it's early in your Minecraft escapades, but what's going on with you?
I'm still just trying to jump around from worlds, but earlier I went on, it's Blue Kai's server, and I think it's, was it Arcaner? Is that his name? I don't know how you say his
Arcanor,
name.
or
Arcaner, I'm not sure how he says his name. But I think it's his world from the videos. I think they're sharing his world. I think he imported his world because he's on his server.
Okay.
And just looking at just their guest house, I was like, oh man, I look like I've got a hobbit hole.
Yeah, you can't do that. You got to be proud of your shit. Don't look at other people's shit.
Well, that's the thing.
You get it
It's like,
for motivation and ideas, but
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed with that. I mean, I'm happy when I make little glass windows to see outside.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I haven't done any multiplayer yet because I have this fear that the game will change for me once I do. I'm having tons of fun in the single player and just doing my own thing. And I can't bring myself to do multiplayer yet. I think once I get to the point where I'm bored, then I'll check that stuff out. But
didn't I read on Twitter that the death in multiplayer is turned off right now? Or I guess
right now there's
server
no.
dependent?
Yeah, I think right now it's not working right. But once that becomes
that's the huge part of the game for me. The tension of it. I will not turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually what my experience was going to be that I was going to share actually has to do with kind of the death thing and a lot with what you were saying with the spiders. A couple nights into me playing it, I had just kind of got my cave situated, got a door in the front, and it all like lighted up on the outside so I could find it easy. I've barely explored the world at all. I've like the first like big facade of a mountain that I came across in the game, which was just like about 100 feet away, if you want to call it that. That's where I started in making my cave and shit. And I've dug really deep there, and I'm actually connecting a tunnel to the mountain that's near it, and I'm going to build a tower off the top of that. I've got like these big plans for it, but like very early on, like a couple days in, I was showing it to my daughter. It's very, I mean, you could show it, it's good for kids. I mean, as far as games go. So my daughter's sitting here in my lap and she's playing with me. The night started to fall, so shit started to come out of the woodwork. A spider came out, and I didn't have like any meat on me to like regain my health, and I had only had a few hearts of life left. Excuse me. And she's sitting there, and she's like, "What's that?" And we walk over to it. I go, "Well, it's a spider." I was like, "It'll probably start chasing me, so we're gonna have to go back to the cave, and then we'll quit once we get back." She's like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like pointing out stuff to her on the way, and I'm like running, and I look around, and it's coming after me. It's like, oh shit, we got to get out of here. I didn't say that with her on my lap, of course, but oh fuck!
No, you yelled and just threw her like
across her galley.
Well, I'm in the cloth.
I gotta get away from this spider.
I'm in the cloth as she'd hit the wall. But
yeah, well, this spider's scary, man.
Well, anyways, I turn around, I just start hightailing it to the cave. And I didn't even look back. As soon as I saw it coming towards me, I didn't look back. I just kept going. I got right to the door, and I turn around to see how far back it is. And right when I turn, it drops off this little cliff and drops right in front of me. And she fucking jumped out of her skin. It was hilarious. I felt so bad because she just like jerked up real quick. He was like, I was like, oh my god. It scared me too, and I was like, oh my god.
Those things are fast, man.
Yeah.
They're not like the zombies and the skeletons. They will chase your ass
No,
down.
the spiders are nasty, man.
Well, it really does create some suspense. You know, it's with such, the graphics, of course, are, I mean, if I hadn't watched those videos, I probably never would have played it. But even just like on the first day in your world, you know, you've got this tension. You've got to go. You got to find some place.
Yeah.
You gotta find a shelter.
Yeah.
Even if it's in pitch black, you gotta dig a hole in the ground.
Yep.
Right.
And just hide.
Block yourself in.
Yeah.
And just check every once in a while. Is it light out? Shit, no, it's not.
I remember, just messing around, looking up that sun, and like, oh shit.
I know. It's
Crap. You see like the world start changing shades of darkness. You're like, oh crap. I'm too far out.
Yep.
Dig down.
dig a new hole.
Yeah.
But it is a fantastic game. I think we all kind of owe the game, like our experiences in the game to Arkanor. When I linked him in that post, the videos that he put out were the reason that I started playing it. They're awesome. I had heard about the game a long time ago when it was still like in its early stages, and thought nothing of it. Absolutely thought nothing of it.
Same here, dude. Same
and
here.
you read about it even like with its recent upturn in purchases from players, and it still did nothing to me. But watching it in action was just amazing.
Yeah.
Did anyone see the fire video?
Yes. Oh god.
I posted it on my Facebook.
The best part of that is right when the fire starts going up, and he just makes like some unintelligible.
Yeah. He tries to play it off like it's okay. And then at that
Full
point,
house.
you can tell he's just
He's like, no, it's okay. I'm just gonna put this out with the water. Oh my fucking god!
He even starts destroying things just to see if he can get it to stop.
He's trying to destroy it, but by the time he's like, okay, how am I doing? And he turns around, and the entire house is just disintegrating. And you just like, and then he just loses it. He's just like, oh no, no.
I give that guy credit for just publishing that video.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, because it was hilarious.
Because I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't. Well,
I wouldn't either. I would hit delete as soon as I logged out.
It
yell,
never happened. Why did I make
Never
everything out of stone?
Yeah, exactly.
After watching that video, I'm like,
I
castle.
don't want a nice lake cottage. What a
I want a nice
fortress.
lake castle. Yeah, nice lake fortress. Anyway,
But moving on from Minecraft, John, what else have you been playing?
I've been playing through Heavy Rain actually. Again, it's an older game, fine, but I've been playing with the move patch.
How is it?
It is freaking awesome, actually. I really, really like it. It adds that if you even like Heavy Rain in the first place. Let me start with that.
Yeah, not me.
If you like Heavy Rain in the first place, then the move adds a whole nother layer of sort of immersion and also challenge, actually, because it's harder. Yeah, and I like it better that way actually, because like okay, you know like the apartment fight,
Yeah.
right after you interview the chick.
Yep.
It was a lot tougher. Like you got to do like these weird like. You know, like you're actually manipulating the objects in the apartment and like, you know, stuff like that. And it's a lot tougher.
That was one of the most tense moments of the game for me too. That's an intense part.
Yeah. Did you do it with the move or no?
No,
Oh.
I don't have it.
Oh.
You got rid of Heavy Rain?
Yeah,
Yeah, because he
every time
didn't
on the
want to.
podcast.
He didn't want to play it again.
Yeah, I got through my one playthrough and I didn't really want to do
See other
another one because that was my story, so I sold
Right.
it.
I understand that.
Yeah. And it was cool enough though, just seeing like just comparing our own endings. But anyway, with the move, it's pretty cool. Like you got to do these wide gestures and everything. Like it's very very intuitive based on the action that you're doing. And like even just as a silly example, to turn on the car, you got to point the controller forward, push it forward, and then turn your hand. You know, rotate with the right to turn on the car.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. It's just like things that they do with it make you feel like you're doing it, and you know, I don't know. It's
The one thing that I was impressed about and actually interested in, I still have no interest in really playing Heavy Rain, but I was actually listening and actually watching the G4 TV's feedback podcast, and the one girl that was on there talking about Heavy Rain for the move, she said she was actually playing the game and she was using the on-screen prompts to try to perform certain things like open the refrigerator. And she said she was using those prompts and trying to follow exactly what it was having her do, and she was having very little luck with it. But then she said she went and she was just to try it out, made a motion just like she was opening a fridge, regardless of what the screen was really telling her to do, like a natural open movement, and it did it.
yeah, that's pretty
And
much what it feels
that's what
like.
she was like, oh wow, cool.
That's pretty much what it feels like because the motion tells you to do like a specific exact movement, but if you try to do it like so precise and everything like, it's not really gonna.
Because
You know.
is the patch, because you can still use your old copy of Heavy Rain, just patch it, right?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. Does it change the actual symbols on the screen?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes, it does. It changes all the symbols. It gives you all brand new movements. I mean, in without the move, there was no like rotating your hand. There was like shaking
Okay,
and jerking.
true.
You know, like you shake your controller, you jerk your controller to
There's
the left.
lots of
to the
shaking
right.
and jerking in that game.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying. But no, but there's like all kinds of like weird rotations and flips and like all kinds of new motions that they've added with the move controller that make it really challenging because like the apartment fight on the controller, I got through it without a scratch. I got like on my playthrough, I didn't get hit one time. On the move controller, I got my ass whipped. I was like, because
Well,
it was
was that
telling me
fun?
to do. It was awesome. It was awesome, and I was trying to like do the things he was telling me to do, or trying to like swipe at him and stuff like that, and it just like it would work sometimes, but not always because my timing was just a little bit off. I was too slow at it, or because I'm still trying to figure out at that point, how to do what I'm trying to do. But man, it's fun. It is awesome. And another silly example with the investigate when you're turning to the FBI agent on the crime scene the first time.
Yeah.
You know how he like throws his hand down to throw out the pulse?
Yep.
That's what you do with the move controller to throw out the pulse. You just throw the controller, like flick it down, and the pulse goes out.
Okay. Stomp on it.
That's one mechanic I was wondering how they would translate to it.
Yeah, it's just exactly what the character does. You just do it. It just goes. It's cool, man. It's better than I thought it was gonna be, actually. So
with since we had an episode where you talked about the move and that didn't actually air.
Yes.
What other move games have you been playing?
I've been playing a crap ton of the sports champion games. I mean,
Okay.
every day I dedicate like an hour at least
Really?
to the sports champion games. Yeah, it is so much fun.
Still making you sweat?
Yes. What's
your favorite game on there?
I don't even really know. I play them all. I mean, like, okay. Jason, you've got the Sports Champions bundle,
Yeah.
I assume?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was wondering which one you dug.
Well, the first time through, I did each game like from left to right. So I started with Frisbee and then Gladiator and then Archery and so on and so forth. By the time I finished, like I thought when I first started like that bocce game, I was like, man, this game is dumb. By the time I finished the Bronze Cup, I was like, holy crap, this game's kicks ass.
Yeah, that game's awesome.
I know. But I think Archery seems like the most animated, probably along
Natural?
with the Gladiator. Yeah, the most natural. Because you're just like the full bow and arrow motion. You just
Do you have how many of the actual wand controllers do you have?
I have 4. I have enough for 2 people. To
Okay,
play
so
with 2
that's
controllers.
what I have 2. So you're actually using the one in each hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then with the Gladiator stuff, I know with one controller you have to pull a trigger to activate the shield or deactivate the shield or whatever. And when you have 2 controllers, there's no button pushing at all.
Yep,
on
that's
the
what I
Gladiator.
have. One's a shield, one's your sword. It's pretty sweet.
there's wherever you move your hand, it's all the like they advertise the one-to-one movement and all that stuff. Like I was playing against one of my friends, and he was trying to do these like these quick swipes. And since it's not button pressing, you just got to move your arm wherever he's swinging from, and you can parry also, which I accidentally found out one time. It's just, I don't know, it just gives you that like extra, I don't know how to explain it. You just extra feeling of you're actually the gladiator. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's that kind of visceral feeling of you're actually doing something.
Yeah, and then the super moves when you actually get your combo bar up, and then you get to actually do those wide sweeping like combo strikes. You actually.
Or I
have
love
to
when you
do
like
the
jump
full-
on a fallen guy.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
lunge
fun
at
too.
him. Yeah.
That's fun too. I like the when you jump on them and then you launch them up in the air, and if you angle the hit right, you can actually knock them out of the ring entirely. That's that's good stuff. So I don't know. Probably Gladiator's the most visceral. Archery is the most realistic feeling. But for some reason, bocce got my attention, and originally I was like, this game's stupid. And then by the time I finished it, I was like, holy crap, man, I'm spending so much time on just that game. But
Bocce's really cool.
The one game that I'm trying to work on my wife in order so that we can buy the move might end up being a Christmas present. I know Jason has, and probably just briefly talk about because I'm sure nobody out there, but probably me, really cares about is the iPad.
iPad, yeah. Yeah, I have that. It's.
But you have it
pretty
because
cool.
you have a kid.
Yeah, my son
And
really likes it, and that's the reason I bought it.
And I want it because I want to dress up a little animal. So no, actually, my daughter would probably flip her shit if she got it. So
it is like crack to my kid.
Really? Okay.
So how it works is the camera shows your room, and you have this virtual pet. So on the screen, it displays you interacting with your pet. And when you use the PlayStation Move wand or whatever they call it, and you're interacting with it, it will show whatever object it is translated to in your hand. So it's like, okay, you need to give this thing a bath, or you're playing with it and you want to squirt with a squirt gun. In your hand, the wand will be displayed as a water gun.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
so
they
you
classified it as what, augmented reality?
Yeah.
That's what they say it
Yeah.
is.
So it will show it in your hand, and it will be shooting water. And I remember my son was sitting there with me, and we're shooting water, and it's like it's hitting the pad, and it's also hitting the ground, and it's like it displays on the floor, and Matt's like, "Dad, you're getting the ground wet. Mom's gonna get mad." Like, he's like, "No, Dad, it's not real. It's not real. It's just on the pet." And the pet's jumping around trying to avoid it, and whenever you aim right, it will interact with like, oh, it'll wipe it off, and it will see where you're at in relation to the screen. It will jump around you and look at you, and it's really pretty impressive.
Yeah,
And-
I had the demo and I checked that out with Jen, but there was only a couple of short features on there.
Yeah, and we've only been playing a little bit, and I don't think we've really scratched the surface. And it gives a lot of nice tutorials to where, I mean, my kid, he just turned 6, and he was able to follow along with what the person was telling me and use the wand in a way that it made sense to him, and they're telling him what to do, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I might. I'm trying to push, as that's one of the main reasons that we need the move.
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, I don't need it for any games.
I just need it
but
for the kids.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we got a Wii. But anyways, yeah. Any other thoughts on the move?
The only thing that we talked about briefly last time was developers with the first-person shooters.
Yes, that's right. That's actually been one of the things that for what I want out of the move is I want some first-person shooters. I want that to be utilized in FPS.
Yeah.
Have you tried any, John?
I haven't tried any myself, but I was reading a couple of different articles, and a lot of developers are concerned about the move because it's a serious balancing issue. A lot of developers themselves went on record saying that they are seriously considering anyone that's move activated, putting them all on a different server.
But is that because they're more accurate or because they're not?
It's because they're more accurate, and they're saying that the kill difference for the move is having an 80-20 advantage over regular controller.
Right. Then I want to buy MAG, because that is all on one server, and the patch just went live yesterday.
Oh, for the move?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
And it actually just got discounted to $30 on Greatest Hits new.
Oh, shit.
So I may pick that up.
So the thing is that there's a lot of different gun grips out there. There's one in a lot of the ones that we have here right now are just the pistol. There's one in Europe that's a full M16.
Jesus.
Okay, but does that really help you? Because the Wii has those type of things too.
I don't know. I don't know if it does or not. But couldn't that be like an awesome feeling? Adjusting the right-handed, left-handed, assuming that it works okay. All right.
Right.
But that would be kind of an awesome feeling of having that even though it's just a frame for the controllers, having the M16 like actually to aim with. It's sort of like being in the arcade. You know what I mean? Like,
How would you wield that thing and still move though? Or do you like put the other controller on the stock or something?
Commercial of Red Steel or whatever that guy's like lunging out of the couch and everything. Like, does that really work?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played it myself, so I can't say it. But I mean, just some of the stuff that I've seen looks pretty cool. And then so many developers for shooters are concerned about the balancing now. They're trying to figure out if they want to split the servers entirely or if they want to label it and give you options to say, I don't want to go with any move people because, and at the same time, I know that there's going to be people that go on the move enabled servers with a controller just to say that they could. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I remember hearing, I think yesterday, that there's a game. I don't know if it's being patched. God, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a PlayStation game, and they're separating them for sure. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what it is though. I know Killzone. They said in an interview that they're still undecided.
Yeah, Killzone they were undecided. SOCOM, I don't know what they're doing.
I don't remember what the game is.
I don't know. The move though could definitely be the thing that if it's implemented properly, and it also depends on the games, I guess. But
yeah, that's true.
I'm a big first-person shooter fan on the PC. I've never liked any first-person shooters on the console.
Yeah,
I realize Halo is an amazing console first-person shooter, but it's still a console first-person shooter in my eyes. I know people flip out about it, but that's just not for me.
Yeah, same here. I agree.
It is really good. I've been playing Halo Reach. It's awesome.
Have you?
Yes.
I would play Halo Reach if it was on PC.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it. That's like the universe and everything's cool, but I've never been able to cross back over to those controls. But I mean, I've always wanted PC controls to be put on the consoles, and I was hopeful with this generation we would start to see some of that, and we haven't, because they still want to keep that separation. But I think something like the Move could be what could sell me back on console first-person shooters. But
yeah,
we'll
if
see.
it's done right, and it depends largely on the developer and how they use the software and everything.
The game, I would personally, like, Killzone 3 interests me greatly because I like that universe. I've just never liked the other games, again, because of the controls. But something like if DICE would work on Battlefield Bad Company 3 and give it Move support, I could be so sold if it works right.
Yeah.
So
I agree. I'm with
I
you
will
in the same boat on
probably
the shooter.
Check out Mag in the next couple of weeks, and I will let you know.
Yeah, you got to
do
let
it.
us know about that. Let's see how it works. Actually, I want to bring up too. Like, I've seen some reviews about the Move on shooters, and none of the reviewers that I've read or watched so far have ever had the gun grip.
Really?
They've always been with just wand in hands. And I think that while that could probably work, I think that you lose a lot of the the feel and probably even the accuracy without a gun grip. You know what I mean? I don't know how it works. I haven't done it
have
myself,
no idea.
But I have to imagine,
I don't even have the Move yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I need to get that.
I'm just saying, all of the reviews I've seen for people that are, reviewing Move in FPSs, they're not using the gun grips at all. They're just using the wands in the hand, and I'm like, okay, that's cool and everything. And they're like, and they actually bring up how awkward it is to use your thumb to pull the trigger, but when you actually put it in the gun grip, that action button on the top goes upside down, and the trigger on the gun is what presses the action button. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be implemented or whatever, but
still interested though. That's my big want.
That's the only thing that could transfer me from PC on the shooters as well. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. But anything else that you've been playing other than Move stuff? In Minecraft?
Yes, I played the Civilization 5 demo. And I was having a lot of fun with that, and I did not know that the demo ends on turn 100. Now, the game has already been out at this point, so, it's already been out for like a week or whatever. And so I'm playing the demo. I'm playing the demo, I'm playing the demo, and I'm like going through, and I'm like, I'm just getting to the point where I've got some research, I'm getting my army set, and I'm going to go steamroll this nation next to me that pissed me off because they started attacking my city-state that was allied with me, and then they started attacking my workers, and, and I was like, that's it. You're going to get it now. So I was like, just as my armies were getting up to their nation's capital, turn 100. Buy the full version of Civilization 5. I was like, son of a bitch! And I bought it.
So their marketing worked.
Their marketing is very good. Not that I, Yeah, I know. That's what I was actually before I bought it. I was like, I wonder if you can gift something that's already been bought, but I know that Steam doesn't let you do that.
No.
So, yeah, Heather has bought the game too, right?
Yeah, she has, and she hates it.
She hates it.
Yeah.
But
I bought the damn game. I blame Slurms.
why do you blame me?
Because you're a hype factory for this game. That's why.
Well, I'm only a hype factory for in the instance that I have not liked the previous Civ games.
Yeah. No, but you know what? Your articles and stuff on the Civ 5, like waiting for it. I'm like, that's what kept my eye on it, but I never actually said, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I was like, let me just wait and see how it goes, and played the demo, and the demo totally got me hooked, and then I was just like, oh, that's it. I'm playing it.
And to be fair, I've been playing it. Like, I haven't had a lot of time to play it this week, but like last week I had played it some. I'm still not even through my first game. I'm only on I think I just passed turn 300. But I still am playing that game. That's actually my second game. I quit the first game early because I didn't like the situation I was in, but
the first game I played was complete BS. I just quit that.
I didn't know what I was really doing at that point, but then I got like the ideas from, I was like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be doing this, so I started over and doing a lot better this time around. But I mean, Heather, you haven't liked any of the other Civs, right?
I haven't, no.
And this did nothing to sway you into strategy land.
Well, I like some strategy games, but I've just never liked Civ for whatever reason. I don't really know why.
I think it's because it's too real.
I don't know.
Too real?
Yeah, it's sort of like the real world type setting.
Oh.
Instead of Elemental, which is fantasy, Magic and Dragons, or Sword of the Stars, or or whatever the other ones that we played.
Yeah.
Like sci-fi or fantasy.
Gotcha.
Maybe that's what it is.
But John, have you played any of the other Civs?
I have never played any of the other Civs except for like Civ 1 and 2 way back in the day. Okay. And even then, it was only very, very briefly. I can't say that I have many memories with the game.
Right.
But one of my coworkers talks about Civ all the time, and he's like, yeah, all this stuff, and he doesn't have a working computer right now, so he's like, so how's Civ 5? So anyway, but I've already spent like 11 hours in the game, and I only got it like yesterday or the day before.
Right. It's definitely been a real damn polarizing game, man. It seems to be you love it or hate it. I hear a lot of podcasts, like I was just listening to the Gamers with Jobs podcast today, and it seemed to really split down the middle if they liked it or not. They had a lot of complaints about the game and the changes, then they had a lot of positives about it, and I think a couple of the guys on there really didn't like it. But I think there's everybody on there liked it to some degree, but I think a couple of the guys on there kind of took it as a step back from Civ 4, but I had also been reading elsewhere that a couple people on Twitter have told me that just wait until they start giving it expansions and putting in all those features, which really. I know the one guy's complaint on there was that, well, why are features being taken away from the game to be put back in expansions that you have to pay for? But I kind of see their point. The only complaint that I'm starting to see with the game is I am kind of seeing where everybody is talking about the AI kind of being dumb. I need to definitely up my difficulty because I've had no problem destroying the AI.
See, I'm so bad at the game still that I have no idea how the AI is.
Okay, well, as far as combat goes, they seem to build up very well. Like I actually just started discovering the other island that's on my game. And like China is like right on the edge of the island that I discovered, and when I found them, I was like, oh wow, they're actually pretty advanced. They're slightly more advanced than I am.
That always worries you when you get to another civilization.
I know,
and they have like all kinds of crazy shit, and you're like, uh-oh.
But yeah, like I can't remember the empire that was to the south of me. It might have been Japan. Japan to the south of me was slightly more advanced to me when I decided to go ahead and take them on. Because they wanted to attack my city-state that I was friends with, and I totally obliterated them. It was really no problem, and I was kind of concerned at how easy that was, given the troop types that they had, and given my lack of real skill in the game. So I'm gonna play through this game and see how, like, through to the end game. How hard is it? Does it get any harder the further I go along against these people I haven't even fought against yet? Or do I need to go back and up my difficulty? So I have that concern, but other than that, I'm really liking the game. I think it's nice for somebody who maybe hasn't played a Civ before.
Yeah, and that was my experience. Was I either did not play it or did not remember playing it, and Civ 5 was a great way to get into it, personally. Yeah.
And I am the only Civ that I haven't played of the series up until this one has been 4, and I know I'd avoided 4 completely because I'd played 2 and 3, didn't really get into them, and my buddy Josh was a huge Civ fan, really loved 3. He had really loved, I think, most of them, but when 4 came, he really didn't like a lot of the stuff that they added into it, and kind of said, no, if Civ 4, he didn't like this and this and this, and it's like, okay, if it was worse off than 3, I'm definitely not going to go back and check it out. But the more I'm playing 5, I'm going to keep playing it for a while. I might wait until for a sale on 4 and actually go back and check it out, because a lot of the podcasts that I listen to say that 4 was their absolute favorite because it was so complex. I'm tempted to go back and check it out, but we'll save it for a sale. But
yeah, my the reason I like Civ 5 right now is because it's a little bit more different than the stack your armies and go through with that one massive army thing.
Right.
Like I like the strategic placement of one unit of each army or whatever, and placing them strategically that the range units have a range over the others. They can shoot over 3 different hexes or whatever the case may be.
And I think pretty universally, I think it's everybody that I have even heard complaints of has said that that's been one of their big. Yes, they liked that change, that it wasn't a big stack that you moved across. So.
Yeah, it's in every other 4X game. You build a big army, you take your army around, you kick some ass, and then you either go until it runs out, or you go until you win. It's like, that's your just big stack of doom, or whatever you want to...
Big stack of doom.
Stack of death, stack of win, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Right. I like that small... That seems like a small change, but it's actually pretty big. I like that change where they made it more of strategic in that sense, and I didn't play the previous Civ games, at least as far as I can talk about, but as far as compared to other 4X games, I really like the way they've done the game so far. And like in one of your articles, I can't say that it's the best game I've ever played, but every time I sit down to play it, 3 hours just disappear.
Yeah.
It's just like you look up at it and I'm just like, oh shit, I gotta do some stuff.
And the one guy that really actually made me think about that fact was actually on the Gamers with Jobs podcast again. If you haven't listened to that, go check out that. It's a great podcast. One guy actually said that he had spent X amount of hours playing the game, and then when he was done, he was like, man, he almost felt like that was a waste of time because of all the other things that he could have been playing and done in that time. And it was like, I only played this game and I only did this, and it's like he says that he felt that he was to a point in life now where that seemed kind of like a waste. He said if he was 10 years ago that that would have been great because he could have spent 12 hours just playing that game and he would have got a lot of game for that money, but now he's not sure if that's actually a great use of his time. So, but anyways, Jason, have you been playing any Civ?
Yeah, I've been playing some. I like it a lot, and I had played some Civ 4, and I really like, which probably says a lot about how much I sucked at Civ 4. I like some of the simplification of not stacking armies and placing things around a little bit more, and I like that. Seems strategic to me, but I guess people who are used to Civ 4 will like that. But I don't know, I've been really enjoying it, but like you, I'm still in my first match. Yeah. So...
We're dumb.
Yeah, but I like that I'm learning as I go, and I'm thinking ahead. Like, in the next match, I will not be such a pussy, and I'll be more aggressive, or I will do things a lot differently. So I really like that I'm thinking ahead and doing that. And as I've been playing, I'm thinking I may not play this game forever, but I'm probably gonna get my money's worth out of it.
Yeah. You can keep going back and plucking away at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you that I've already gotten more hours out of this game for the $50 that I paid than in some other games that I've paid $50 for. So I mean, it's already been worth more than some other games I've bought for the same price.
Did you buy APB?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I did not. I am not into the top.
You know what I was thinking about doing?
Lifetime subscription.
People have the Raptor things that say what you've been playing. Is there a way I can mess with mine to say I've just logged it? I've played APB in the last 24 hours.
Does it go off of just you? Does it go off of you just firing the game up? Because you probably still fire the game up.
Good question.
I don't know. We need to find that out. Well, I watch Twitter that I've been playing APB.
Or at least launching the client anyway.
Everybody's like, what? But speaking of MMOs, the one that's been captivating most of this group, and Brian has remained silent on all of this. I feel so bad because we've been talking about all these games that he has not been playing, because all Brian's been playing is
Warhammer.
Yay, Warhammer.
It's your time to shine, Brian. Let's do it.
Go, Brian. Show is yours. Everybody walk away from the mic to let him talk.
Oh crap! I don't have much to say about it other than I'm having an amazing time with it. I have to. I'm starting to wonder why I left in the first place.
Come on, give us your war cry. Come on.
Let's do it. Come on, give us your wah.
Come on.
I don't know about that, but
let's do it. Come on, Brian.
He needs more
give
tequila.
into it. They're setting you up.
exactly.
Don't do it because it's going to be horrible for our listeners.
Yeah. But well, I don't know if anybody remembers, but I had, if you've been following me on Twitter at all, my computer went tits up a few weeks ago, so I got a new video card. Actually, I got almost a brand new computer, and so it's got a really nice video card in it now. And launching Warhammer with a new video card and being able to turn on anti-aliasing and show all the graphics all the way up, it's an incredible looking game.
It's not bad looking.
Yep. I got mine cranked all the way. It looks pretty good.
And I was playing the Squig Herder and having a lot of fun with him. I was having a little trouble with the DPS for a little while. I wasn't sure I was doing what I needed to do. I felt a little bit useless, but a few tweaks and some what do you call it, talismans and some gear, and I'm back to having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, I think that's what I need to do with my Marauder. After I figured out you could equip a second weapon, because I hadn't been playing the game for a while. But yeah, that fixed part of it. But I'm still pretty low on the DPS with him. So looking at his gear, that's at this point like a year old since the last time that I played him. And some of it's actually like kind of lower level stuff than what he really should be using, and it was all gained from like PvE because that's what you had to do to level back then.
Yeah.
I need to get some new gear on him, and then he could pretty shine pretty well. But yeah, it's definitely been nice coming back to the game for some odd reason. So
That's a big difference I noticed is the focus on PvP now. Mm-hmm. It's squarely it seems that they finally realized, okay, we're not competing with WoW, so what's our big differentiator? It's the PvP. Okay, fuck the PvE, let WoW do that, we'll nail the PvP and make sure that that's where we really shine.
And what was kind of cool about that, though, is that it's not like they're just doing that and not saying it. They're coming out and saying that, this is an RVR game. This is what it's always been. This was always what it should have been about. And I mean, they're very openly saying this is what our focus is. So we're not really worried about PvE anymore.
It's funny because I was reading Massively today, and they had an article on the producer's letter, and there were a lot of comments about people being upset with the new producer. I can't remember her last name. Carrie, I think is her first name.
Cuscos or...
Yeah. And they were saying that they're all a little perturbed that she's come out and made such a strong stance on PvP and has forsaken the PvE game. Yeah, it amazes me. It's like they're still...
Not a PvE game.
Well, see, they're still living 2 years ago. To them, they're saying, look, this game was supposed to be, this. And they're thinking about the vision they had 2 years ago and not really understanding that they've had to readjust their sights and their goals considerably.
Yeah, I mean, you realize that the guy that was behind that vision no longer works there?
Exactly.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, there's still stuff with PvE I would like, but I understand that that's not their... I mean,
it's not the
there's
focus.
Very small fixes they can do to PvE to just let it be and let it be good, and then focus on the RVR. And PvE isn't already not that bad. I don't mind the PvE. I never have.
Yeah, me neither.
It's great to mix with the RVR, but I like that they are focusing on the RVR because that's what the game's about. So
yeah, if they had released a letter saying we've got a whole new zone that we're releasing with like brand new dungeons and stuff, I've been mildly interested. But to hear that they're doing such a revamp, and I know we'll get to this later on when we talk about the producer's letter, but to know they're doing such a big revamp on RVR it gives me a lot of hope for the game.
Yeah, definitely. But John, did you pick it back up?
I picked it back up in the sense that I played World of Warcraft when you guys played. If that makes any sense.
That makes no sense, actually.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
I get it. Meaning he logged in for about 5 minutes one day.
You mean Warhammer?
See?
Oh.
No. Yeah, you're talking about Warhammer.
You said World of Warcraft.
Yes, exactly. But Brian got what I was trying to say. Because you remember when Shannon was playing World of Warcraft and we had the RP night and we had anti-griefing.
Yeah.
And that was the one and only time I logged in and didn't log in ever again after that. So I resubbed War, transferred all my characters, logged in, did a couple RVR matches, did a quest, and logged off and have not been on since.
No interest in coming back?
Well, it's not that. It's that I play when no one else is on.
Oh, that's true.
So, it's not that I don't like the game, really. When it comes down to it, I do like Warhammer. It's not that I ever left because I hated the game and blah, blah, blah. It's just because when it came down to it, I don't play with anyone else because of my schedule. It's just such a strange schedule that I have between work and school that when I log on, it's like none of the multiplayer is on because most of us have kids or jobs, just like, all of us do, really. But anyway, it's just one of those things where if you guys are going to be on when I'm on, I'll totally log in and hang out. But
Cool.
it just never happens. So.
Well, hopefully something changes by the time the Old Republic gets here, so you can play with us.
Well, okay. Let me tell you. I'll be in Old Republic regardless. So.
Oh, well, you're not going to be on the same side as us
That's right.
anyway.
He's going to be trying to
who
kill us.
cares?
Not necessarily.
Oh,
Because...
Jesus.
No, listen.
Whatever. Shut up.
Look. You guys know that you guys already know that I'm gonna have Sith as my main, but if you guys are gonna be
So we
on
don't
doing some
care.
kind of event,
Blah, blah,
Oh yeah, throw
Blah,
us a
blah.
bone. Yeah.
Let's just, keep
You may
talking.
feel bad for us
blah, blah.
sometimes.
Check him
Come
out.
play with us.
I'll
Whatever.
be like, oh, it's okay,
Blah,
guys.
blah,
I'll
blah.
hang out with you.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. War. Anyone else have war stories they want to tell?
I've been playing a lot of War. And
Have you?
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I think I usually jump on like right when you're jumping off.
Yeah, I felt really bad yesterday because there was so much going on, and you got there right as I was like exiting. You're like standing next to me in the word camp, like, "Let's go out there, buddy." Like,
I got this big crab claw. Let's do something.
you had this big ass stupid smile on your face, looking at me.
He's wanting you to heal him.
Yeah.
He's all
It's
staticky.
crazy. I've noticed. I've been doing a ton of, like, I've never been a big scenario player. I like open RVR a lot better, and doing a ton of. There's been a ton of stuff going on, but no one attacks the shaman. No one.
Really? Because
Yes.
when I'm playing in scenarios and stuff, I always go after the shaman.
But I'm not. I don't know. I'm not playing scenarios.
Or not the shaman. I mean the archmage. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I go after the healer all the time, but there's been no one attacking me. I've been in huge battles the last week, and I think I've gotten attacked once or twice, like in a big group. That no one comes after me.
Weird.
It's crazy. I don't know. Order people are dumb. Apparently.
Yeah.
Massively multiplaying.
Yeah. Let's see. First up in the news, Star Wars: The Old Republic, designing the advanced classes. I believe, John, did you put this in here?
I might have.
All right. Tell us what you're talking about.
Well, there was just a new article that they put up today. Looks like about how they developed the advanced classes and stuff like that. They went into detail specifically. They're just doing the normal spiel about blah blah blah. The reason we did this, the reason we did that, and then finally, stuff we don't know. They put a specific example about the smuggler because they seem to be loving on the smuggler this month, or this past few weeks anyway. And how the smuggler has two different advanced classes. However, something we didn't know was each advanced class has two different skill sets that they can spec into. And my question, I'll just read them off real quick, was when you go into Scoundrel is more of the general, not afraid to get his hands dirty kind of thing. You have a Scrapper, which is you have like an offhand gun, like a scatter gun that has like some unfair advantages, like some dirty tricks and stuff like that. And then there's a skill set called Sawbones, which is the survivability, like healing and gadgets and stuff like that. So Scoundrel deals more in gadgets. Scrapper is one way to go, and Sawbones is another way to go. So Scrapper is more like the dirty fighting, and Sawbones is more the support your team a little bit more. There's a shared tree called Luck, which deals with criticals and that kind of thing, general rogue stuff. Gunslinger goes Sharpshooter, which is pretty obvious. You deal with guns. Dirty fighting is about sneaking around and, sort of getting the first shot. Oh, there is an ability specifically called Shoot First for the smuggler. Which was probably obviously their little stab at the redo.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they have a bunch of stuff like that. But my question would be, just from reading that, is if each advanced class gets two skill sets, there's a total of 4 skill set choices. How many skill points are we going to get? Do we get to max out only one tree, or would it be half of each tree, or 1.5 trees, or whatever? So, if let's say if you wanted to maximize one tree, you know what I mean, then technically you could have up to 16 different specs or classes, or however you want to look at it. It doesn't matter. And it just depends how they do that. But it was pretty cool read, quick little article and about how they're doing the advanced classes and things. And
Awesome. And then we will link that in the show notes for sure.
yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff.
Awesome. Nothing in the Final Fantasy 14 news.
No, that
Plays
came
it.
out.
Nobody plays it. That's
Yes,
why.
That came out.
It's out, and yeah.
I've seen
It just came
I've
out.
seen a few people saying like, "Oh yeah, it's great when you start it up," and John is typing something. Oh yeah, that it's out. Yay! Read a few things that people of actually enjoying it. Mostly that people are not enjoying it though. That it's very archaic in terms of modern MMOs. But yeah, it's out. If you want to go check that out, I know Coolit on our forums actually, I believe it was Coolit, posted that he was giving away his buddy pass or whatever. If anybody wanted to check it out.
Exactly. His words were, "If anyone wants to play a shitty MMO, let me know. I have."
That's what it was. I couldn't remember what exactly it said. That's.
And then someone responded, a couple people responded, and he said, "It's not enough to Grok. If you want to play my account," he said to Rare, "If you want to play my account, you can. I am done."
Yeah, we'll actually keep reading his responses because it's the only insight we have in the game from the multiplayer side. Rare asked him how that was, and he actually said that it's not really his style. It's it has a very cumbersome UI, and the combat almost seems turn-based. He goes, "Some people love the game, but it's torture for me," and he said he's going to go play Darkfall until Earthrise comes out. So
yeah, so there'll be a lot of people who will say, "Well, he likes Darkfall and they hate that game." So I mean,
exactly.
take that. He enjoys that. So.
And he was, to clarify any question with it, he was actually using an Xbox controller playing the game. And I've heard a lot of people say that it actually is better to play on an Xbox controller than it is with the keyboard and mouse. So
I will say, I'm going to side with Coolit because he has one of the best avatars on our boards that you will ever see.
Yeah.
God, I watch that over and over. If you want to see it, go to multiplaying.net and check out the board.
Click on the forum.
Yeah, and check out Coolit's posts.
That's good. But anyways, another...
It's funny every time.
I'm gonna have to go look. I can't.
It's still funny. I'm looking at it. Oh, that's still funny. Still funny.
In other MMO news, shut up, guys. In other MMO news, Warhammer, the RVR pack could be on test servers this month, which I was not expecting.
Hopefully.
With all the talks and all the changes that they're going to be doing, which we'll link in the show notes what all the changes were. We'll link you to the producer's letter if you haven't already seen it. Most likely, if you're listening to the show and you care about war, you've already read it. So, but we'll link it anyways for those of you that might not have. Big changes to the RVR with the addition of Skaven and the change to keeptakes. The whole system is changing, and I think it sounds amazing. Skaven thing aside, whether you want that in the game or not, we really don't know exactly how they're going to be implemented. But the RVR changes sound awesome. I cannot wait to see how that pans out, and it looks like I'm not going to have to wait that long because they're talking about possibly having it up on the test server in October, which is this month, which means that the changes could actually hit before the end of the year, which is great. Yay! Other than the RVR pack news, they also have a re-enlistment thing going on right now, not only for Warhammer, but also for excuse me, almost called it Unreal, Ultima Online, and Dark Age of Camelot. They're having anybody that was subscribed to the game could come back for 14 days and check the games out again and see all the changes that they've made to those games. So check that stuff out. But I will say, I still want my damn combined subscription.
Me too.
I want it. If I could spend $5 more a month and get Dark Age of Camelot tacked onto my War account, I would every once in a while just go in and visit the game and reminisce, but I want that. Bring it. Come on. Mythic. You could have $5 more a month for me. But anyways, in STO news, Paz this just in. I don't have any paper to crinkle. Jason, you have paper to crinkle?
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. This just in. Tribbles. Tribbles are on the C store. That's it?
That's it. Woohoo. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Continue.
God damn it. We wasted paper for that.
God, yes, we did. No, it's those... The special tribbles like the Borg and the new warp, whatever tribbles and crap. You know, I do still play STO. I don't bring it up because it's nothing new is going on. Nobody else seems to play it.
Well,
but I
something
do
is, I mean, the
I'm gonna go back.
episodes. I have right here in front of me. I have a 2-month gift card that has not been used yet, and I've really been tempted to use it lately because I want to check out the new episodes, and I've heard that those are awesome.
Yeah, the episodes are fun. Yeah, they are fun stuff. I pop in every once in a while and do like a part of one, or do a couple random missions here and there, but I don't play it on a regular basis because I have all these new shiny games right now.
Yeah, I know. That's why I have not started the time card yet, because I'm really loving War, and I don't want STO to take me away from War. I want like the new shiny games to be over with for a while, and I can use my like afternoon time for STO or something instead of Civ or I bought Dawn of War 2 like a couple weeks ago in the store, and I still haven't even played it.
Such a good game. We
I
should
know,
do the survival.
and I love
together.
that. I played the demo long ass time ago before the game came out. I loved it, but I just bought it for $15 from Target the other day.
That's awesome.
I have it installed. I haven't played it yet. But anyways, we're getting into other shit. Other news: Guild Wars 2, and you guys are gonna have to explain this to me because I did not have time to read it. But Guild Wars 2 loot system. There was a blog post by John Hargrove about their loot system. Who wants to take it?
Jason, did you read it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so did I. Well, you can start it.
The big thing that I was reading about that I was impressed with was drops will be all dependent on you. So if you're fighting someone and someone comes up and starts to attack it, they will not affect your drop chance at all.
Okay.
So they may get a drop out of it.
As well.
Yeah, as well. So it's really, the big thing that they were saying is to encourage, they want your realm to be a non-competitive thing. Like it's all on one side. So
yeah,
kind of reminiscent of the public quest stuff in War.
Okay.
Throughout the whole game, and they even made a note: if you want to go fuck with people, you go do world versus world, the 3-server versus stuff. And they also said if you're crafting and you're going to find a resource node, that will always be your resource node. So if you see people rushing up to it, you don't have to worry about it. That's going to be your shit.
That's awesome.
Take your time, go up there. It's going to be instanced to you, but visible to the whole world. So you may see people going up and doing it, but that's your stuff. That was a huge part.
Wow,
there's
that's
a
awesome.
different image or a different instance, like you said, for each person in the world. So no matter how many people are standing around a resource node, each person gets their own version of it.
Depending on how they work that out, though, I'm kind of concerned with bots.
Could be a problem. I don't know.
Yeah, could be a problem with that. I don't know. We'll have to see how they do it
I'm
later.
just going to be excited about that for now. And they also said dungeon stuff. There's no loot rolling. There's no ninjaing. It's all to you. You will get a roll on everything, and you will get, not a roll, you will get a drop from every boss and everything. It'll be specific to you.
Same concept where when you kill a boss, a chest goes down, and each person that was there gets to open the chest and pick their own reward. So it might be awesome, it might be whatever.
I was about to say, I'm wondering, did it say anything in there about, like, does that depend on what you actually did to kill that?
Well, it didn't really say too much about that as far as I read.
Okay, that'd be my one concern, because if some dickhead just comes in at the last second, you get this super rare thing, sure, everybody else got something cool too, but you got something too, and you didn't do shit.
That's
my one
concern
with
it's still
that.
going to have that element of dice rolls behind the scenes, but I think their point was that it's going to be dice rolls for each character, not on the boss itself, and then as a secondary game, all of the characters do dice rolls to see who gets it. You know what I mean? Like, you know how in WoW or War or any other game where it's like everyone's doing dice rolls and it's like, okay, so-and-so gets the item because they rolled a 99, or whatever.
Right.
So there's not going to be any of that.
All right.
Wait, hold on. We've got some breaking news coming across the wire.
Oh, God. Paper crinkled.
Coolit's avatar is still pretty funny.
Oh! Wait. Let me go look at it again.
It's confirmed.
Oh, it's still funny.
Yeah, see, it's confirmed.
It's still funny.
So people are going to go to the forums just to see that and be so disappointed.
Sources are confirming. That's funny.
Oh God. And the last bit.
There's more stuff to the Guild Wars news, though. It's not
What
just
is it?
loot. They actually put some bits about customization and truly being unique. They kind of touched upon the fact that they are tired of MMOs treating different armor sets as completely different looks with having no options as to say, like, this is my character. They kind of touched on the fact that in any game, WoW, War, even STO and in anything, any MMO, when you get to that next tier of armor set, it's going to be the best gear you have, and you might hate the way it looks. You might be like, wow, that looks terrible, but I have no choice because it's the best thing I have.
Right.
They're changing that. They're giving you a way, which they're calling transmutation, where you can take an item that you like the way it looks, and you can take another item that you like the stats from, and transmute them together, and hopefully get your dream item.
So it's a little bit different, because I was about to say, because there's other games that kind of let you keep the look. I think Lotro does it, right?
Lotro does it. EQ2 does.
I think like Wizard 101 does it and shit.
Yeah, you have one slot for actual gear, and you have another slot for visual.
War does it now too, I think. Yeah.
Who does?
I think War does it too.
Warhammer does. Yeah.
But in general,
alternate appearance stuff.
Yeah, and I think WoW did it too, didn't they? Well, anyway, but they're just touching upon the fact that you don't have to worry about two different, slots and kind of stuff like that. You just take the two and put them together.
Okay.
And same thing with weapons, and you can transmute them together, and you can, if you want, keep a look as long as you want. But that's not to say that if you like the new one, you can't just transmute it that way too. So
Gotcha.
It's pretty cool. The other thing they touched on. Oh, go ahead.
I want my guy to have all of the stats from all of my armor to just be on my underwear.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to put on the basic gear, like the most, like I'm wearing rags that are just badass.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Because people are gonna come attacking me.
Yeah, that's gonna be sweet. The other thing they touched on too was the die system, the extremely complex die system they have.
Yeah, I saw some screenshots of it. I didn't get to read any articles on it, but it was like you could dye like just certain parts of like there was like this guy that had a sash or whatever. You can just dye the sash part
Just
of
the
the armor.
sash. Yeah. So so what happened? You know how in Warhammer you have primary and secondary, right?
Yeah.
For your dies. Guild Wars says that in general they are trying to have 3 levels of die, like primary, secondary, tertiary. But not only that your dies don't take up inventory space. The way it works is that you unlock colors as you quest or whatever.
Oh, cool.
So instead of having to carry the dies and keep them in your bank because they're worth something, whatever, if you do a quest, you're like, oh, I unlocked black. Awesome. So now I can just dye my shit black whenever I feel like it.
It'll be like that chick in Total Recall that had her nails painted.
Oh, changing? Yeah.
Yeah, she was changing the color of her
She was
nails.
the secretary at the vacation place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was that, and he only touched on it in that article. But the thing that really shone out for me was the way that they're doing sets. And Jason, I don't know if you really got into that part of it, but
a little bit, yeah.
The way they're doing it, from what I understand, how they're implementing it, is how you have armor sets in any game, Diablo, any MMO, any RPG, whatever. You have a full set of armor, you get the bonuses, and it's really cool. The way they're doing the sets in Guild Wars 2 is that the sets are actual additions to your armor, not the armor itself. So you can have your transmuted armor, whatever it is, all awesome and stuff. And what you do is you gain these crests or trophies or whatever, and those trophies and crests is what actually makes up the set. And you can put those crests and trophies on all of your pieces of armor as you see fit. And when you complete the set, you can then you get the full bonuses and stuff like that. But you don't have to get rid of a piece of armor because you got a set piece. You know what I mean? You can replace the crests and trophies as you want. So that's something that I thought was pretty cool, and another thing that we have to see if it's done the right way. But really cool idea. I thought that you can actually have set pieces that it's not based on a certain armor, a certain look. Same thing with it goes hand in hand kind of with the customization. I thought that was pretty cool.
Cool.
So
only other MMO news that I had. It's not really news, but Just wanted to bring up Firefall for anybody that's actually looking at that. I believe if you follow them on Twitter, it seems like once a week or maybe once every other week they send out screenshots and just concept art and stuff for the game. They usually only do like 3 or 4 at a time, but it's worth checking out if you're actually interested in the game. So follow them on Twitter. I think you actually have to follow Red 5 Studios. Well, I'll try to find it and link it in the show notes to their actual Twitter account, but stuff looks like it's pretty cool. There's only been a few actual in-game shots, a few pieces of concept art, but looks really cool. So check that out. Let's see. Excuse me. Other stuff worthy of discussion. Just a few bits of other gamer nerdy news. Team Fortress 2, have not really looked into this too much, but I just caught it on the wire today that you can now buy in-game items with real money.
TF2 finally went the path of microtransaction.
Yeah, and my initial reaction's kind of bad to that, but I think I really need to see that because Valve always does a real good job with their shit. I have not been let down by that company yet, other than we haven't seen Half-Life Episode 3 yet. But I have to go check it out and see what it's all about, but there evidently is an in-game store, but I thought I read something in there that you could also sell items.
Yeah.
So, weird.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that game's been out 3 years now. Has
Yeah.
it? Like,
Yeah. It's like you get like a Steam wallet. And if you're selling, can you sell? I have to find out, and by the time this podcast is out, I'll probably know. So, sorry for the weird speculation here on the air, but it sounds like you can almost like get stuff from the game, sell it, and get money to buy other stuff in Steam.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's the way they make it sound, but I don't know.
I have to go check it out. So next week, hopefully, I'll know and be able to tell you more. But if you're interested, go see, and you haven't heard about it yet, go check it out. The other one, kind of the bigger one, I don't know how long we're going to actually talk about this, but the big news across a lot of sites this week has been about the Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah.
It's been quote-unquote, and I made sure to put the quotes on here, pushed to next year. To early next year. I don't know that there was ever a date that it said it was coming out this year.
The official line was it would be out worldwide by spring of next year, so that was just speculating it would be out.
Everybody is like, I don't know, I read a lot of sites kind of with their panties in a twist saying that it got pushed, and it's like, I don't think it really got pushed. They just never said a date.
No, they never had a date.
I think everybody was just hopeful that it was going to be a holiday thing. So, but anyways, they're saying January for Japan and
no, I think it's February for Japan.
Is it February? Okay,
Yeah.
My apologies. I'm wrong on that. And I thought I read March for the U.S., but I also read somewhere else today that they were saying April. So, but anyways, you're like what you said before, springtime for the U.S. And Japan. Well, still winter for Japan. But the big question that's got a lot of people talking is the price point. Right now, the price point, and they've only set a price for Japan. They have not set a price for any other territory that I'm aware of at this point. But it basically converts over to $300 American. And that's not for sure that's going to be $300 for that thing.
They might just want to rip off Japan. It's,
But, well, that's the thing. I mean, if you look at like other economies, I can't speak for how they do importing from Japan and how the price changes with that. But I know in Europe, like if you look at cars, European cars, if you look at the exchange rate in euros from over there and what they cost over there and then what they sell them over here, it's not a direct exchange. They drop the price considerably for the U.S. market, because they know how how things will actually sell in that market. Mm-hmm. So I don't personally see it being $300. I'm not saying it couldn't be, but I know like Wedbush, like I'd put on a note on here that Michael Pachter, who's an analyst for Wedbush Morgan, said that he's putting money, not literally, but he's expecting it to be around $250. But I kind of agree with that. I think that's a better price point for that. Because that's still pretty damn expensive for a handheld, just for a game.
That's what the PSP launched at.
That's what the PSP launched at. That's what the Wii launched at.
Right, and that's what the PSP Go still is, I think?
No, it goes for $200 now.
Is it $200 now? Okay.
200 or 180, I don't know. something like that.
Or you could probably find it for like $80 at rewards.
Probably.
Half.com or something like that.
But okay, just the question I kind of wanted to ask: would $300? I mean, to you guys, do you think $300 is too much?
Yeah, that puts it out of me buying it.
Does it
250 is
seriously?
$250 is the limit I would pay for it.
Okay, because that's kind of what I'm in agreement with you, but I have not played it yet, and there's a lot of people out there that have had their hands on it,
Yeah.
and have checked it out and say, no, I would totally pay $300 for that.
Well, I think the smart thing is if they're going to launch it at 300, you put it in Best Buys, you put it on kiosks where people actually play it. And I might change. I don't know.
Yeah, and I guess it also kind of depends on how the actual the supply is on them.
Yeah.
Because if there's a shitload of them and they're not moving off of shelves
They
at
drop
300,
pretty quick.
then 250 is probably a better price for
I
it.
don't know.
but-
I'm also a very insane person who imported a Game Boy Advance from Japan before it launched here. So, I don't know.
See,
See, I don't know, man. For me, it's the $200 is the price point for me because first
Really?
of all, I'm not a handheld guy, so
me either.
you know what I mean. So $200
Right.
is even pushing it for me. So I have no reason to even look at this until the price goes down or
Right.
you know.
But the thing is I'm not a big handheld guy, but I've owned a lot of handhelds, and I've just never really connected with one. I really liked the PSP. I ended up getting rid of it just because I don't play it. I just don't play it. I thought it was a fantastic techie device, but I don't play it. I don't live the life where I am out with a handheld enough that I can play
Didn't
it.
you have the Wonder Swan color?
I had 5 of those.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
No, I'm kidding. No, I didn't have.
Well, what is it that you had? You had the...
I have a Neo Geo Pocket.
Okay. Oh, that's what I was jealous of. I knew there was some handheld that I was
I still
completely
have
jealous
that.
You have it. God damn.
I still have that. That's actually we have a DS in the house, but it is technically my wife's. But technically, that's the only handheld that I have right now is the Neo Geo Pocket Color. But anyways, yeah, I am actually very interested in a 3DS. I think the stuff that it's got packed into it, that it's faster. Seeing there's a video out there of the launch titles and a lot of like in-game stuff from the launch titles, like the Dead or Alive game, like seeing it in motion and seeing the Street Fighter game in motion. It's fucking amazing. It is absolutely amazing, and it's like, wow, I'm actually considering buying that for. I don't think 300 is a good price point for me, but 250, I would actually consider it, and that's crazy for me.
Yeah,
But-
me too. I would
but
totally
we'll
buy it,
see.
but I'm also the guy who had 3 Atari Lynxes.
You still have those, right?
Oh yeah, I got them. Yeah. I think I have 1 or 2 extra that actually don't work, but I have for parts.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And I have a Game Gear. Yeah,
Crazy.
I got a bunch of shit.
But anyways, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Update you if we find anything out. Next on the little bit of nerdy news is The Jedi Path, a manual for students of the Force. And I did not put that in there. It had to be John.
Yeah.
What is that?
What the hell are you
I don't know
talking
if I think I might have mentioned it in a previous podcast when I was at
This-
the convention.
Yeah,
It
yes,
mentioned
you
it
did.
briefly. It was like this. It's essentially it's nothing. Well, first of all, let me say that it's nothing that you can't find like as far as information goes on Wikipedia or just in general through books or games or whatever. But it puts like the Jedi Code and all the teachings and sort of a Jedi Bible, if you will, into like a journal form, and it's really cool, I think, because it has sort of a tattered look to it. It has actual, well, quote unquote, I should say, actual entries from the previous owners of, Yoda, Jedi Thame Cerulean, Dooku, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, Darth Sidious, and Luke Skywalker.
It's like that. It's like that desk at the school that the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air went to, and they all the old students like actually etched their names into the desk.
Right, with all the stylized writings and all that kind of stuff.
And nobody got that.
So, yeah. But anyway.
Thanks. Oh God.
But, well, I mean, if you're into Star Wars, and we were talking about it before, how it has this case that comes with it, where you press a button and the doors slide sideways and the book raises up from the case, and
Yeah.
it's really cool.
You're buying it, aren't you?
I already have it in my hand.
Oh, you do have it. Oh, okay. I didn't know it actually.
Remember, it
came.
costs money.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to be posting like just a few pictures of it and the stuff that it came with like later on the forums.
Cool. Yeah, do it.
But I think that Star Wars nerds in general would like it, but it's not for anyone else but that. So if you're into Star Wars by even the original Slurms, it would be a good thing for you because it actually mentions a lot of the histories and the lightsaber forms and different unique weapons.
So when you're practicing.
Yeah, exactly. So when I have my plastic lightsaber in my special dojo.
I've got a lightsaber.
So I actually don't have a lightsaber, so you're ahead of me there.
I got one right here. Listen.
Oh!
Is it one of those special effects, whatever they call them?
The Force effects ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have that? How much did you pay for it? Because we saw it today at Toys R Us. $120 still. Okay.
Well, I got it for $100. Back in the day, it's the one from Empire, the blue one.
Yeah.
And what do you use that for?
It just sits up here in the office.
That's pretty sweet.
I just have it on the little mountain here.
All right.
And I hit the kids with it. But anyways, but is that it about the book?
I mean, pretty much. I mean, if you are a Star Wars nerd like Slurms, I think this is something you could appreciate that you'd probably enjoy having just on your display.
$61 though.
You said you were going to buy it just for the case.
The case is badass. It was. Yeah. It is badass. I watched that video of the guy opening.
$100 for something that lights up.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, exactly. This is actually a book with a case.
You raise a valid point, sir.
But it has a lot of like almost personalized touches, like right in the halfway point almost of the book where the lightsaber section starts. There's a actual napkin with coffee stains. No. I know. It sounds terrible. I know, it sounds terrible. It's really, really bad.
Actual napkin.
You said that just as I was thinking, like comparing what Steve bought. You bought a stick that lights up. Like, all this stuff down. It's completely stupid.
I know. He bought a stick that lights up. I have a book that
you bought a napkin.
Anyway,
it's got these 2 pages that are stuck together for some reason.
It's got all these personalized touches that it has like a napkin that someone doodled on their lightsaber design, or just random shit, all stuff.
What a nerd!
It's like,
whoever did that was a nerd. Sorry.
Exactly. But if you're a nerd too, if you like Star Wars, it's something cool for that, and there's a lot of cool stuff.
Sticks.
Yeah,
shut up.
If you like sticks and napkins, there's an easy way to spend $200.
Ah, God.
But I know, way to make us feel terrible, right, Steve?
Yeah. I'm gonna go impale myself on my own.
The sad thing is, Jason wants to buy both of them.
I know. That's exactly what I was. As soon as you said that, I was thinking, I am making fun of you, but I want what you have.
Oh man. But anyway, it's just this like nerdy book thing. So.
Yeah.
It's cool. I really like it.
Dabba. Be sure to join our Steam group. Where can you do that? You can do that at steamcommunity.com/groups/multiplayingnet. We're actually above 100 members now. I think the last podcast we were at 99. We were at like 102 now. So, yay, newcomers. Making us getting in the 3 digits and look important, which we're not. But site of the week this week, I just posted it today, is MMO Gamer Chick. Go check out her blog, and I'll link it again in the show notes. And there's also the post that you could go check it out from. But it's mmogamerchick.wordpress.com. Awesome stuff. She has really good articles. Plays a lot of different MMOs. I know, like just in the past handful of articles that she's written, it's been like Lotro and Star Trek Online and talk about the Old Republic. The other cool thing that she does is she does some artwork, a lot of actual like hand-drawn stuff, and I think she had actually just kind of gotten into more of the digital stuff, but really good stuff. I mean, you hear, oh, this person's doing like video game art and but this is legitimately awesome stuff, and I believe she actually is a freelance artist, so cool stuff. Go check out her blog. It's awesome. But yeah, no listener feedback this week, no iTunes or emails. If you want to email us, if there's anything that we didn't talk about that you want to hear us talk about, or if you want to tell us we suck, we won't read that on the air, but we'll take it. You can email us at multiplaying@gmail.com. Do it today or tomorrow or whenever. We'll talk to you then. But that is all for this week. Bye.
Well, gentlemen, no point in hanging around this dump any longer.
Wait! Where are you going? I was going to make espresso.
Show's over, folks.
You can't go! All the plants are going to die.
Take off, eh?
Thanks for listening to Multiplaying, the companion podcast at multiplaying.net. Questions, comments, feedback, errors, etc. can be sent to multiplaying@gmail.com. We invite you to write a review on iTunes and visit our website at www.multiplaying.net.
We've made a lot of friends, shared a lot of laughs, often at the expense of others.
I think some people are going to be upset.
Let me just close this conversation by saying you are one unique individual.
Thank you and good night.
All right, did Grok already restart, or?
I think he was working on it. Is he back yet? He'll tell us when he's back. We'll see if that fixed it. Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
so far, so
there
good.
he is.
Wonder what's going on.
The static spec.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, well, I'll call it for the night, guys.
Damn. Sorry, dude.
Hey, no worries. I'll look forward to listening to the rest of this conversation on Monday or Tuesday.
We're going to move on to the news and shit now, anyways. So.
Have a good night, guys.
All right, man.
Later,
Sorry.
Brian.
Bye.
No worries. Cheers.
I hung up on his ass. All right.
What do you guys really think of Brian?
That guy's a dick.
What a
He's
douchebag.
so bald.
This episode has been brought to you by Dabney Coleman. Please don't let him die.
Please buy the mustache wax.
Remember, he was War Games.
He was in Cloak and Dagger.
He was Jack Flack in Cloak and Dagger.